Hey guys, it's Jermaine. Okay, so I wanted to try this tag trending right now, and so you can kind of see how semi-depressing my story is, but do enjoy. It was really fun. Thanks, guys. My brother Josh and I was born in Manila, Philippines. My nickname growing up was Jum Jum, because my brother didn't know how to pronounce my name. Ugh, what a dum-dum. You call me Jum Jum? When I was just a few months old, my parents gave us up to my grandparents, and they came to live in America. Why? I don't know, and I don't care. Actually, I don't really think that they were ready to have kids, which is more luck to me, because my granny is always going to be my mommy at heart, no matter what. Lola, my grandmother, raised Josh and I in a very tight-knit community, where we didn't really have much, like nothing. We grew up in a house made of cinder blocks, no windows, and even a toilet. But I did enjoy going potty outside next to a water pump and a bucket used to bathe ourselves. The simple life was awesome. So 7 years later, a strange man comes to visit Josh and I. It was my dad. And I said, "What the? Lola is my dad." And my Lola said, "No, he's your biological father." Not only was that shocking, she said, "You're going to America to live there and not here anymore." And so the next day, we both left the Philippines for good and came to America to live here. My life was forever changed. Honestly, it was the most scariest shit I've ever experienced. Culture shock. Hello! But I know we came here to live a better life, but I wasn't always happy. Coming here sucked at first because I didn't know any English. I had to learn the language by watching cartoons like SpongeBob and stuff. My mother did help me back in first grade because she underestimated my intelligence. Or because she was just a mean Filipino lady. Growing up in my house was really hard. My parents, who were complete strangers, were extremely mean and strict. Love was always unspoken and very conditional. Grade school sucks. I was pretty much bullied. I was actually physically hideous. My teeth were all rotten, black, and I was dark, skinny, and frail. I cried every day. Things only got weirder by the time I went to high school. In ninth grade, I went to a performance arts school. It was a totally emo school. Like lots of freaks, baby. I mean, we're talking goths, horny band chicks or geeks, and suicidal emo kids. I think I fit right in. Since my parents were incredibly strict, I rebelled most of the time. One time I took a pair of scissors and started cutting my hair emo style, and it came out looking like Honey Boo Boo's long-lost Asian cousin. It was a mullet, baby. And I'm talking short hair on top and it stuck straight up. It was gross. Regrettable moment number 1046. So during freshman year, I joined a ballet dance team. It was horrid, and I had to wear these colorful tutus and ballet flats and dance around like I got a coin between my butt. It taught me no grace, and that's why I'm always clumsy, I fall, and always eat shit. Anyway, I hated that school so much, and thank the good Lord, I was kicked out for physically getting in a fight with some psychotic bitch off her meds. She was. Trust me. I'm not a fighter, but I was a ninja in that fight. Bitch was scary. And yep, my parents were livid, but pfft. Then I moved to a new high school. That's when I met my first boyfriend. He was older. He didn't go to that school. He was a real dick, a big one. He was into cars and iPhones, and he cursed like a sailor. He also smelled like shit constantly and literally. And you know what the saying is, when you smell like one, you are one. He was mean to me, but I stayed in the relationship because he was the only friend I had. Come on now. So by the time I was 17 years old, I failed my driving test. He said that I was driving on the wrong side of the road. Liar! He was just a jerk. I finally nailed it. Having a car to drive had freedom written all over it, baby. So I had my first job at Panda Express. Oh my god, worst job ever. People are rude when they're hungry, don't you know? I can tell you how many times orange chicken has been thrown in my face. Like, what a waste of chicken. I also held out a second job behind my parents' back at a salon to save money to move out one day, because home was hell on earth. It was more like prison, solitary confinement style. I felt like an animal in the cage. It was until one day I awkwardly caught my brother in my backyard dancing in front of a camera. And I said, "What the? You auditioning for the Chippendales, boy?" He said he was making videos on the tube. YouTube. And I said, "What's that?" And let me tell you what, my life changed when I started to get obsessed after finding out about YouTube. It was like caffeine. I thought to myself, what is this shit? I can't stop, woman. Then I randomly came across chicks doing their makeup on camera, and I said, ooh. I was grossly obsessed with watching these girls do their makeup on YouTube. My addiction got worse. I watched beauty videos for hours and hours on end. At night, stayed up secretly behind my parents' back on my laptop, not watching porn, but YouTube. The influence of these girls got me blowing all my paychecks from work and just heading to the Mac store and just let it go, honey. It's fun being broke. I was about to start college soon enough, so I bought my first laptop called Toshiba, or I thought it was a piece of Toshiba. It crashed on me every other day, but the cool thing was it had a webcam. One day, I turned on my webcam, started talking to it, basically a conversation about nothing, until I got the courage to film my first beauty video because I was inspired by the girls. I never wanted to post a video. I didn't have balls. One night before bed, I dared myself to upload my video on my channel just to see how weird I sounded and what an idiot I looked like. I did hit jackpot when I saw 3 views. Woohoo! But then I realized those views were from me checking to see if I had any views. Dumb moment number 1 million. So the next morning, it got 100 views, and I was like, what the fudge? And I had 5 comments. What? 2 dislikes? Hater. And then checking the comments was really bad, and I was mortified. So I got depressed by reading those comments and got discouraged. So my boyfriend at the time told me not to listen to them, and for once, he's right. So I put on my big girl panties and my Superman cape and cowboy boots, and I went back in there on my laptop, filmed another video of what's in my Walmart bag. Oh yeah. So since then on, YouTube became my life. It was a hobby like no other. I was posting videos constantly, and it was something I loved to do because I connected with people that were like friends to me. And to my parents, it's like virginity. You lose it, you'll be in hell forever. So in 2009, I finally graduated high school by the time I was 19. Sad fact, but it wasn't my fault. But high school, 4 best years, my ass. After high school, I attended community college to figure out which career I wanted to get into. But my parents had bigger dreams, apparently. They wanted me to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a rocket scientist, or what the fuck are you guys thinking? I can't be a doctor. I hate seeing people hurt, and I can't be a lawyer. People suck, and rocket scientists, when hell freezes over. So I finished community college after 2 years, and instead of trying to figure out what career I wanted to go into, I figured out what was important and what I liked at the moment, and that was setting up a tripod and talking into the camera about beauty mumbo jumbo, and it became a full-time job for me. I knew I needed a change, so I quit all my 3 jobs I was juggling, and I got accepted into FITM. Well, not really, that school sucks, but I did major in beauty marketing, but I'm not really into this school because I learned everything I know about marketing on YouTube. And so, at the time, YouTube gave me the financial opportunity to be able to move out of my prisoner's house. And I moved to downtown LA, where my school was, and I was going to school there, and I said, sayonara, babies, I won't miss ya, but I will kiss ya. And so I had one unfinished business before I started my life in LA. I had to break off a 6-year abusive relationship. YouTube gave me that opportunity because I knew I can't be stuck in an unhealthy relationship. So I dumped my boyfriend of 6 years to try to find myself without the toxic, unsupportive parents and being with someone who taught me nothing but to never be with someone like him over again. I wish him well though. Or do I now? So I lived in LA for about a year, partying with YouTube people, drinking, going out to nightclubs, and then I realized this is not really my thing, and I would hate to live here ever again and see these people because not everybody is who you think they are. The whole LA and partying in Hollywood is not really my thing, and I know I have to focus on something that was important to me, and that's YouTube. So 2 doggies, and a year later, I moved out of my apartment. Yes, I couldn't stand those FITM girls. And I found a house that was perfect for me and my dogs. I also met a great man along the way who is the closest thing to me. I keep my relationship private because it's special to me, and I don't want anyone else getting involved. And a housewarming gift to myself, I bought myself a little baby doggy. His name is Howard Cornelius Chops. You know, before YouTube, my dream was to travel the world and see different cultures, see people of all walks of life, and learn about the beautiful places I'm fortunate enough to travel to. Without you guys, this dream can only be dreamed. Thank you for giving me the opportunity and the chance. I really do appreciate it. And as of right now, I'm living comfortably with my 3 babies, and I thank you guys so much again for watching this Draw My Life. So I hope you do it too.